Welcome to Vora Motors. Today we're going to be unboxing the Dualtron Storm Limited. Make sure you stick around so you can see some of the live action footage. So the first thing you're going to see when you open up the box is going to be the user manual right here. Also is a little steering damper here. It comes in a little brown box. When you open it up, you can see it right here, packaged nicely. You'll be getting your charger too, which comes packaged nicely in the phone as well, as you can see. Hold it up for you guys right there. Also, another thing that you'll be seeing is a little small extra charging port, just in case you might need it for any future purposes. Another thing you'll be getting is a little small bag here. Inside the bag, you'll see there's a little white box, which will be coming with your hex keys that you'll be needed to tighten up, any hex screws. Also is a little remote for your lights. And right here is an accessories bar, which you can attach to the front of your scooter for, any accessories that you might want to attach. So, one of the first few things you're going to do when you take the scooter out of the box is you're just going to go ahead and gently lift up the stem. And it should click. You should hear it lock into place. Another thing too, here you have your handlebars. I'll turn it to the side for you guys so you can see. You're just going to go ahead and lift up each handlebar, slide the little clamp to the side when you're doing that, and then just push it back into place. And then at that point, that's when you're going to see the it's a little knob here and the little clamp where you can twist it and then tighten it so it's safely, safe to ride. And we'll just do the same here for the other side. So once you have these clamps pretty much tightened, another thing you want to go ahead and do here is, if you see the stem at the bottom is a little wiggly. So what you're going to do is over here you'll have, similar to up here, the clamps where you'll hold the side and then you'll go ahead and just tighten it again. And once you have the clamps in place, that should get rid of all the wiggles that you were experiencing. And at that point, you can turn on your scooter and take it for a ride. You may be wondering how to turn on your scooter. So one of the first few things that you may notice too, once you're able to lock down the clamps and get everything set up, depending on how the scooter is packaged, sometimes this might be a little loose, so you might have to rotate this to get it into place so it's sitting at a good sitting at a good I don't know, so that's sitting at a good position for you. Also, you may need to tighten down the brakes here just by using the hex key. So to go ahead and turn on the scooter, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold down the power button until the LCD display turns on. And once that turns on, you're going to hold down your thumb right here on the thumb scanner or finger scanner until this turns on. You can also set this to your own thumbprint in the settings later. Now, some of the buttons here, functions on the scooter is you have your left turn signal and you also have your right turn signal. This right here, on and off, is going to be the power switch for the lights on the scooter. And it has these even cool lights on the bottom here, as you can see, spells out Dualtron Storm. And then you have the E button far to the right, which will be for eco. And then you have the middle button, which will be for your hazard lights. And then far to the left, you have your horn. So here at the footrest, you have your brains of your scooter, which pretty much has your controller, and it also has a heat guard, which will help to control the temperature when you're reaching those top speeds. So unlike the original Dualtron Storm, this Dualtron Storm Limited does not have a removable battery. However, right here at the front of the deck, you still have the same charging ports. We also have these rubber covers here, which will also make it water resistant or help prevent water from getting inside. The Dualtron Storm Limited also has nut hydraulic brakes in the front and the rear part of the scooter. So also on the Dualtron Storm Limited, you also have very bright headlights on each side of the deck. So all that's left is the installation of the steering damper. Make sure you click the video above to see the full installation process. But right now, we're going to get into testing out the scooter. When we took the scooter out to the rail yard, we wanted to test a few things. We wanted to test how the ride feels, how the suspension feels, and how the braking feels. Here's a few words from the rider himself.
When riding the Storm Limited, I found that it was actually pretty fast, but it also felt durable. The steering damper definitely helped calm the ride when I got to the higher speeds. Having it be a single stem means that there is a slight wobble, but the turning still felt really solid. The braking felt responsive enough for the speeds that I was going. The suspension was also really solid for the terrain we were on.
In order to take the suspension to the extreme, we'll be taking it over our speed bump test. The speed bump test allows us to pretty much see how well each side of the suspension, rear and front, does with changes in elevation. This mostly applies to potholes and breaks in the pavement and the road.
The suspension while riding over the speed bumps was fairly stiff, but it was still a comfortable ride.
Here's what the wheels look like when free spinning at their peak speed. In this free spinning mode, the Dualtron Storm gets to the speed that you currently see. To reach the top range of over 100 miles, you'll probably be riding at a more manageable speed. Before we call it a day, let's discuss one of the coolest features we have on the Dualtron Storm Limited, the fingerprint scanner. In order to set the fingerprint sensor, you need to first power on the scooter and hold any finger to the button. On factory settings, any finger will unlock the scooter. Once on, choose your first finger you wish to set and hold it to the sensor until the light turns to a solid blue. Then lift and lower that same finger 4 to 6 times or until the flashing light turns a light blue. This means the finger is set. Now turn off the scooter and turn it back on to test your newly assigned finger. It will now only unlock when that finger is used. In order to add more fingers, just hold down the sensor again until it turns a solid blue and then tap your desired finger until the light turns light blue. You can add up to 4 different fingers. In order to reset the finger sensor entirely, just unlock the scooter and hold down your finger to the sensor for about 10 seconds. Once a red light pops up, you can remove your finger and then the scooter will turn off. Once you turn it on again, it will be factory reset. If you have any further questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and feel free to subscribe and hit that bell. And make sure to join one of our many communities. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.